welcome back to another announcement video. The week of December 9th of 2024. We're going to talk about Pioneers Master, which is basically the main subject we're going to be talking about this week. And then we got Arena Championship 7, got qualifiers, we got some decks coming to the store, and the rest of the event schedule. Before we go forward, please like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Thank you, as always. Now moving forward, Pioneer Masters. It's coming out tomorrow, which I'm super stoked about. Explorer is, I'm hoping to be the next modern. So I'm excited. So of course, Tomb of Yawgmoth, super stoked. Yeah, I have a bunch of cards that are coming in that I'm excited about when it comes to the format. We'll see how good it gets. I know people have been already complaining during the streamer event of how basically there's only been a few decks that have been played because they're so good and so on and so forth. So we'll see. But of course, there's going to be packs available. They announced that Pioneer Master isn't an ordinary set. While it doesn't have a mastery pass or cosmetic specific to the set, you'll find a lot of offers to get excited about. So it's like, because it's a special set, there's not a lot other than the packs at the moment and whatever draftable events are happening or sealed or whatever. Beyond that, there isn't really much going to be provided for packs and all that good stuff, which is okay. Like the store's going to have the regular single pack 3, 6, 10, 45, 90 pack bundles, and Urborg will be the face card for those 45 to 90 pack bundles. They will be offering the mythic packs, and they will be progressing your gold pack progress up until the new set coming out in February, Aether Drift. So if you're concerned about, oh, well, I want these packs, but the gold pack progression, well, these will actually contribute to that. So no worries there. Also, there are bonus sheets. I did overlook them. So there's the what is it? Planeswalker spells and devotions. So they're all different sets. So they do get released obviously during drafts and sealed, but also for down here it confirms that it'll be during the any of the store packs too. So it'll kind of cycle around. So the first one, Planeswalkers, it's kind of just Planeswalker-esque. So basically all the Planeswalkers will be in the first what do we call it? The first go around. And then the following 2 weeks will be spells, which I'm kind of like, okay, sure, why not? Not the most, I don't know, tempting bonus sheet, but they're extra cards, I guess. So there you go. And the last one's gonna be devotion, which basically is more Theros based, and I'm guessing more in the sense of like, equal to your devotion. I don't know about Eidolon of Rhetoric, why that is. I guess they just don't want it in drafts and sealed because it's not that great of a card in that format, but it is there. But double devotion or things that care about devotion is why I'm guessing these are here. Again, this is another one why I'm not sure why this is here, but it's there. Thassa, of course, the god, Erebos. So that's what the final 2 weeks of the promotion is going to be. Just a lot of devotion kind of thing. Like this does what? 3 red, 3 green. So if you have Xenagos, that's already 6 devotion right there. And it'll automatically right? I think that's how it works. Or I don't know if it's 3, but I'm pretty sure it doubles for both the hybrid ones. Could be wrong. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played with the gods, so we'll find out once the set's release. Cards that I'm stoked for Pioneers Masters before I move forward. Fenox to finally have a good mill deck in Brawl. Nebula Spectre's cool, but no. Mogus is cool, forcing people get dealt to damage every turn. God of Storms is pretty good. Krufix is good. Not my play style. Athros I might try to make a deck out of because I like Orzhov colors. I'm throwing this in mono green Stompy. I will show people how good Mono Green Stompy can be. And I think that's it out of these. But Aspect of Hydra is another one that I'm super stoked about when it comes to the set. So moving along, we got Arena Championship 7 this weekend. So if you're invited, congratulations, proud of you. Hopefully you uh, win. Sorry if multiple of you guys are listening. I hope you both win. I hope you all win. I don't know if that's possible, but you know, if it's possible, I hope it happens. They are going to be streaming it on their Twitch channel. I don't know if they're going to do it on YouTube. I'm assuming they're going to be doing both, but definitely on their Twitch channel, they're promoting it. Moving on to next year's Arena Championship, Arena Championship 8. Qualifiers are still going to be happening. This weekend. So if you're still trying to get into an arena championship, you still have chances for the one coming up next year. So Explorer decks are coming to the store. So they announced that basically there's going to be these that you can buy in the store if you want. Let's see. We got Is It Phoenix, which is a powerful deck. Rakdos Aggro, which I've seen is pretty good. Mono Black mid range, always good. Mono Green Devotion is good. Azorius Control, of course, the control deck's good. And then Mardu Greasefang. Greasefang is just very powerful. So, uh, and it's cool that you could just like, hey, I want to play this deck and see what you own of it, and then you can just buy the rest of the cards with some gems. I think that's fantastic. So if you want that, they're gonna be released tomorrow. So have fun with that. Oh, if you want to get into Explorer, and we'll get into playing into the format before you delve into buying these decks. For now, because we're moving on to the event schedule. Midweek Magic. This coming week is gonna be Explorer. So unfortunately, let's see. We bring our own decks. So if you already have an Explorer deck in play, cool, right? Bring your own Explorer deck. Like I always do with midweek Magics. Try not to spend wild cards. Just try to build a cheap deck that you already own all the cards of. So if you don't play Explorer ever and you're like, oh, this is boring, or I don't want to like invest because of wild cards and figuring out the meta and blah 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 blah, you're not the only one who probably doesn't play Explorer and is going to be playing in Midweek Magic. So other players also are probably like, I don't know what the meta is. I'm going to play whatever I have, whatever's legal. Like all standard decks are legal in Explorer. So if you have built a standard deck, then there you go. If you haven't built a standard deck, ways that I always recommend people are one of two things. One, burn. If you just build a super aggressive burn deck, eventually you will get a win because, well, most people, I mean, it's just aggro, right? You're going to get a win here and there if you play aggressive. So whether it's going to be like mono red burn or white weenie aggro, whatever it's going to be, most players aren't going to be ready for it, and you can get a few wins out of midweek Magic. Another tactic that I always recommend is life gain, because there will be people just trying to play burn. If you play a life gain deck, you'll probably outpace them. So you'll be gaining enough life out of it that they'll just be like, I can't kill them. They just keep gaining life. So in that sense, if you play life gain, you might get some pretty good wins. It's not always, because if you play against a player who always plays burn, and knows how to play burn against life gain decks, you can lose, but you have a way higher chance of winning in that sense. So again, if you're playing Explorer, if you have a standard deck already built, just play that. If you already have an Explorer deck, just play that. If you don't have any of those, and you don't really play any 60 card, you only play Brawl or whatever, or Draft, then you can play a really aggressive deck. Like I said, Mono Red Burn or White Weenie is a really good one. And that should get you the wins that are needed. Moving on to the following week, we got Brawl Builder Challenge Pioneer Masters. So basically, we're looking at all the legendary planeswalkers or creatures in Pioneer Masters, and you're building a deck out of it. So some of these may be reprints. I'm trying to think. I mean, a lot of these aren't, right? But there are some that will be some reprints. And if you already have a deck built, like for example, Goreclaw. Goreclaw is already in the game. If you have a Goreclaw deck, play it. You don't have to do anything different. Just play it, right? Um, but there's also the ability to just build a new deck with all these new legendaries. So you can do that too. No one's stopping you. do it. Have fun. That's what this is all about. But again, if you don't want to spend too many wild cards and anything, which I always suggest not to do, then for sure save your wild cards. And what you can do is get one of these and just be like, let's see, this is heroic. Maybe not that one, but let's say, well, I guess for example, like Mogus is pretty good example of like every upkeep it deals 2 damage to the player unless you sacrifice creature of their choice. So you just have Mogus and it's going to be doing 2 damage every turn if they stay on the field, right? You just have a bunch of removal or whatever. I don't know. Another one would be like uh, Peripheros, God of. Oh, you can't see that. Sorry, Peripheros, God of the Forge. Basically, whenever a creature comes in, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. So you just play a bunch of goblins or whatever, and then play Peripheros, and then you just keep making a bunch of creatures, and then eventually, you're gonna do enough damage that your opponent's gonna be like, "Oh no, don't have a lot of life," and they'll die. So there are commanders here that you can, throw in there or whatever. And let's say you have a mono red deck or mono black deck or whatever, and you're just like, I already have this really cool deck that I like. That doesn't revolve around the commander. The commander is just kind of there as support. Then throw in one of these in there. So if you play like a mono white deck and you're like, let me just throw Kithian in there and make it more aggressive. Like the deck itself runs pretty straightforward. You run red white deck. You're like, oh, let me just throw this in there and whatever. Like everyone else is in the same boat where they're just building decks, and so again, like an Emily Magic, you'll most likely get a win out of that. Moving forward, we got Explorer Showcase. So this is basically pre-constructed decks from Explorer, and you could pick and choose and play all these different ones. I don't know what the decks are yet. I don't know if we'll know until the Midweek Magic comes out. And might be the ones that they're trying to sell, just so you could be like, hey, play and try. That's what I told you. These might be the ones that you get to try out before you buy, and if you like it, you can buy it. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy it, kind of thing, right? So this will be cool to have. And then the following week, basically New Year's, we got Phantom sealed for Foundations. So again, this Phantom, so you don't keep the cards. You just kind of get 6 packs, open them, and build a 40 card deck with them, and go to town and have fun. And so I like these. These are cool. You get to play sealed for free. You don't keep the cards, but you get to play, right? It's just like going to your friend's house and like, hey, you want to play draft or sealed or whatever, and they keep all the cards, but you get to play it for free, kind of thing. Pretty cool. So those are the midweek magic for the next 4 weeks. A lot of fun. Moving on, Quick Draft currently is still under Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Then they're switching over to Bloomborough. Other events, of course, we got the Explorer Metagame Challenge that's coming up this month, the 20th through the 22nd. And then basically next year, but next month, we got Standard Metagame Challenge. And as I said before, the qualifiers for the following Arena Championship is going to be December 14th, best of one play. So be this weekend, best of one play in, Foundations Limited. Then the following weekend is going to be best of 3 play in, and the qualifier week will be the 21st to the 22nd. So we got that. We got Arena Championship, obviously, this weekend. It's going to be standard. Then December ranked season, of course, don't forget. So if you play ranked, you will be getting rewards at the end of the month. We got foundation packs of rewards and some gold and our uncommon Card style is going to be a braid, and the rare is going to be scrawling crawler. So again, always recommended to play at least. I say play ranked until you get into silver. Is what I always say, because you'll get at least a Magic Foundations pack, and then when you're in bronze, you never go down in rank. So if you win enough matches, you'll eventually end up in silver. So there's no really downfall for that. From silver, you can keep playing and eventually get into gold, and then like that's what some people do. They just play ranked, not all the time, but see how they do, and if they don't make it into anything high, that's okay. They are where they are, and then if they lose, it's whatever, because it's they already made it to silver or gold or whatever they made it into. So that is our arena news. Let me know in the comments below how you feel. Are you excited about Pioneers Masters? Anything else that they have announced? Are you playing an arena championship? Do you want to play an arena championship? All that good stuff. Like, if you like the video, like the video. If you like my content overall, please subscribe. I'll catch you one next time. Bye bye.